Alright, so I'm making this video to answer the question I got asked over and over and over again about the splash guard. The question I get asked all the time is, do you have to take off the splash guard to change the oil? The short answer, the proper answer, is yeah, you should probably take it off. In case you're watching for the first time, this is a 2019 Ford F-150 XLT screw, or crew cab, super crew, whatever you want to call it. 4x4. So there you go. And it's got the 2.7 liter EcoBoost, the twin turbo. So if you have any questions about that, that is what this truck is. All right, so the biggest question I get, as you can see we're up underneath now, is whether or not you got to take this entire splash pan or splash guard off the truck in order to do an oil change. This is going to be entirely up to you. I don't know if you can see, if you look kind of in that area, there used to be the two bolts right there. The dealer did a bolt delete and removed them. So all I got is this one, and then the two on the other side. If you wanted to bend that front plate right there and kind of bend it out of your way, what you could do is just remove this bolt and the one, it's the opposite one on the other side, and then you could have this whole thing kind of swing down. Make it a little bit easier for you to do an oil change. If you don't care about making a big old mess up underneath your truck, because I know everybody out here's got their own opinion on how to do things, what you can see is the actual drain plug is right here. If you try to go up underneath of it, it is covered by the actual splash guard. So I mean, you could let it run out here through these two drain holes, or air holes, whatever you want to call them, but you're gonna make a big mess. Maybe if you've got something that's small enough to wedge in there to kind of catch that and redirect it down, you could redirect it. But unless you have something like that, you're gonna make a big mess. So for me personally, I don't change the oil on this. This vehicle in the last 6 months since I put this guard on has gone 20,000 miles and have 4 oil changes. On average over the life of this vehicle, I think I'm at 146, 147,000 miles, something like that. It averages out to about once every 6 weeks changing oil, and personally I just don't want to deal with doing that often myself. I would rather pay somebody to do that. So and when you pay people to do that, then you get things like this, bolt delete, which at the end of the day it doesn't rattle. They bent this a little bit so these don't smack each other and make all kinds of irritating noise. Hasn't fallen off into 10,000 miles since they did the bolt delete. So I'm really not that concerned about it. And the other bolts seem to be holding it on just fine. But there you go. I hope that answers everybody's questions. And that's what it looks like after 20,000 miles of rattling around and going over road debris and whatever else, and maybe driving over the occasional curb. So there you go. So what is the short answer? You probably don't want to do an oil change with the splash guard on. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's gotten pretty inventive, figured out a way to do it with it still on there. And if you are that guy, put a comment down there. Tell us your hack on how to do that, because unless you got something to catch that and redirect it so it's not splashing all up on top of the splash guard itself, I don't think there's an easy way to do it without dropping at least 2 of them bolts. So if you found a better way to do it, please post a comment down below, and if it's a pretty good hack, I'll pin that to the top, and then I'll let the YouTube world be the judge of your hack.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life.